Lovely. It's hard not to see that mind reader as an arm of central government bureaucracy, don't you think? Now, I think we're seeing another sly attack on the same sort of thing in the next act. Circus Lumiere has looked at the dreadful frustration we feel whenever we need something from the authorities and spend all our time filling in forms and questionnaires. They've come up with a terrific comment on the insidious apparatus of contemporary welfareism and also a rather cheeky suggestion as to how we might get government off the backs of the people.
A pack of cards. Such bloodshed, so much romance, distilled into 52 images on 52 semi-rigid rectangles. Cards that slither across the palm. A glistening cascade of royalty, weaponry, and serfdom. A social system reduced to a game. Holding this rich panoply of possibility in one hand, I turn to my audience, each member of which is himself or herself a vital component in today's diverse and complex social fabric. Casting my eyes over the vibrant throng, I search for assistance in a humble experiment devised for your entertainment on this heady summer's evening. I state my need for a lady or gentleman to step forward from the multitude to facilitate my prostitution. Well, in the lack of volunteers, I shall select an assistant at random. Someone from the audience, the front row perhaps, all turning their eyes away from me now as I pass them by. Especially this lady here. A visitor from the Orient, it seems. Do you speak English, madam?
Yes, a bit.
A bit. A bit is quite sufficient for our purposes here tonight. Will you please join me in the ring? Thank you very much. Madam, I am asking you to take this noble and complex pack to the edge of our ring. That you offer the uncut collection to anyone who takes your fancy for the purpose of selecting a card from wheresoever they might choose. Remember the card, return it to my aide, who will place it in an envelope and seal it carefully. I add that she should then mark it boldly with the letter A in the envelope, A on the envelope, if you please. I am now making it clear that there is no way that I can know the identity of the card sealed in an envelope. I am stressing this as I stand here. Now I find myself asking my selfless volunteer to visit another human being plucked at random from the glowing tapestry of faces around me. Will the volunteer embark on pack proffering, cutting, overseeing, chosen card retention, memorization, enveloping and inscribing with the letter B, bold, B on the envelope, if you please, as quick as you can. Now I find myself asking my tireless right-hand person to effect one final cycle of election, selection, memorization, enveloping and inscribing with the letter C for crystal clear. As quick as you can, please, madam. Choose a card, sir. Remember the card, return it to my aide. One card will suffice. And C for crystal clear. Excellent. C. Before hastening to an end point, I move my arm to my own inner breast pocket and remove a fourth envelope containing certain instructions which I hand to my aide with the further instruction that it shall be opened by her in precisely 60 seconds from now. Penultimately, I turn to my colleague. I make known to her the whereabouts of a very sharp knife with a hand gesture. I refer to this. I press her to place her hand over the eggs so recently laid by a chicken of this town. Throughout this pressure, I comment on it to those in my vicinity. Finally, I seek to know the identity of my colleague by inquiring her name verbally. Your name, please, madam.
Megumi.
Say it again.
Megumi.
Megumi! I am saying... I am saying, if you can remain upright, Megumi, 3 envelopes marked A, B, and C. Correct! And also, Megumi, 3 eggs, similarly marked. Yes! I am asking you now to take up the sharp knife and kill me!
Dear volunteer, you can go back to your seat now. No hard feelings, thank you.
Woe betide the pin pushers who try to tie us up in red tape, eh? Marvelous.